What is up, people? Welcome back to Crypto Talk Chris, Crypto Chris, the entrepreneur, whatever you want to call your boy. You guys already know what it is. It is time. It is time for the y00ts community. It is about to go down. I'm excited. Let's get into it. You guys already know it is some alpha stuff happening tonight. We're about to hear all, I'm sure, about a lot of stuff that's probably happened with the Paris. Maybe. I'm not sure. We just gonna find out right now, guys. Let's get into it. Let's get into it right now, guys.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the y00ts community space. Thank you all for coming out. We have got some great people up here on the speaker panel already. But look, you guys, if you would not mind, if you could look up at the very top of the space, there is the link to the spaces. If you could just give it a like and a retweet, it would be much appreciated. Chef and I, we work hard each week to get this space going, and it is free to hit that retweet button, and it just shows your support. But let's go around the room, check in with some of the homies. What is going on, Chef? How are you doing?
What up? You already know, man. I got off of work a minute ago. My back's healing up nicely. So yeah, feeling really good about that. Gonna get myself back in the gym. It was one day and I was out. Got in there and started lifting like I was lifting 3 years ago, and that's a bad idea. Know your strength, and so yeah, it took me out for for like a week, but now I'm gonna be back up in there, start my transformation to the past, I would like to say, because I used to be in real good shape, and so yeah, now I'm pretty stoked to get back to where I was pre-COVID.
I love it, man. Yeah, I think that is really cool. I've been trying to do some workout stuff recently too. It's a little hard in the wintertime because I like to do a lot of outdoor stuff. I like to bike, I like to run. At least past me did. So yeah, definitely getting a little out of shape, but that is okay. It's also hard with like Web3 stuff. It's just glued to your phone and doing all these different things that we need to do outside of work, right? And it takes up a lot of our time.
Drew, do you like calisthenics? Are you into that?
No, not really. I do usually like I'll bike, or I'll run and then I'll sauna. I do like to do hot yoga. I think that's pretty fun. I really enjoy that. I like getting really really hot. It's super good for you. I definitely like to go in the sauna and just absolutely bake myself. But yeah, no calisthenics as of yet.
Gotcha. Yeah, I previously I was big on weights, but I think I might try out the calisthenic route this time. I just like the way that it builds your body as opposed to just packing on weight. So I think I might go that route this time. We're gonna see. I'm open to anything though right now.
Yeah, I mean, I think yeah, like the whole body weight exercises is pretty good. Just like being able to like have a strong body and do some pull ups and push ups and some different things, just all around like core stuff is pretty good.
Have you ever seen Chris Heria?
Uh-uh.
Oh yeah, you should look up Chris Harriet. Like his calisthenics is crazy. Like to be able to do that type of calisthenics is like insane. So it'd be cool to like do some cool shit like he does. Like he does the muscle ups and the ring muscle ups, and he does like plank push ups and handstand push ups, and it's pretty insane.
Nice. Yeah, yeah. There's some pretty crazy YouTube fitness people out there. But well, cool, man. Well, I wish you the best of luck. You will get some encouragement from us for sure. And the start of getting back on track with your fitness journey. I love it, man. Well, let's get on over to A Soul in Gold. What is going on, brother? Good to see you again.
Yes, sir. What's going on, Smokey? Second space of the day. I'm loving it. You guys are on that grind. Chef, good to hear your angelic voice as always. I just got back from the gym myself. I'm here for some spaces. I'm ready for it. Let's do it.
Let's go. I love it. I love it. Well, let's get on over to Intern. What's going on, Intern? How are you?
Hey guys, I'm doing good. Gold, the second you mentioned Chef's voice, I realized I was still on voice isolation, and I had to open it up to wide spectrum. So shout out to you, Gold, for making it a better experience for all of us. I just want to give a shout out real quick to legendary Chips with a Dip, and then Hachi, DJ Hachi, if he's still in here. Yeah, he is. Yeah, those are all three interns, baby. Fucking W Visor, W Riz Caps. Yeah, I'm doing good, Smokey. Thank you for having me up here.
Love it. Always good to have you up, Intern. Let's get on over to Kelsey. What's going on, Kelsey? How are you?
Hi. Okay, I like to pick stuff up and put it back down. So I would just totally like to share, if you haven't tried CBD for pain and inflammation, it's fucking fire. Get a topical, get a bath bomb before the gym, during the gym, after the gym. Totally recommend it. But otherwise, I'm doing amazing. I'm so glad to be here. I burned one and then I'm burning another one. So gang, gang, and welcome.
All right. Well, always good to have you, Kelsey. Looking forward to having you on the space tomorrow with a bunch of other wonderful ladies from the Web3 space. I think it'll be a really great
I got my list ready. I do. I'm ready to go off. Don't get me started.
Let's go. I'm down. I'm ready. I'm ready. All right. What's going on, Chef?
Yeah, I just want to back up that stance Kelsey made. So I tore the muscle in my back, and yeah, I was doing a CBD pen. Not all CBD because I like to have some fun when I'm smoking too. So it was like a high CBD THC mix, but then also a topical CBD that I rubbed on every night. And I swear, like the doctor like estimated like a 2 week recovery at least, and it's been like just coming up on a week now, and I'm already feeling like pretty much 100%. So it definitely does works wonders, for sure, in my opinion.
Yeah, I super love to hear that. If you have any type of regular pain or you're just regularly active, like especially with lifting, like I definitely lift. I'm sure it's nowhere what you do, but I can appreciate some of that burn. I would get ahead of it. So like if you know you're gonna have like knee pain by a certain time of day or etc., like start your day with something like a capsule, instead of say an edible where there's like sugar and all those other stuff that comes with it. You can just take a capsule and get ahead of it and like set the tone. And then if you have any breakthrough pain, definitely like smoke some flower, hit a CBD vape pen. And then I find like in the evening, I really like to taper down and add in a mix of CBD and THC, like you mentioned, Chef. And then it can like counter a bit more of that pain. And then more the evening, like set more into that heavy THC profile. And then a little bit mixture of CBD so you can sleep, relax, get ahead of that pain and that inflammation, and then you can like get up and restart in the morning, you know? So props. I'm glad you're having much love with it. I love CBD. I love weed. It's fucking fire.
All right. Well, very good stuff. Yeah, super cool that you are. I've actually never tried CBD. I used to definitely.
What? Oh my
I don't.
God.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
It's CB
For
dank.
me, oh
It's
no,
really
no, no.
good.
Actually, no. I don't think I've ever tried it.
Bro,
But,
you're in California. It's like Oregon, bro. They sell that shit at the 7-Eleven now.
I just used to
Literally.
I just used to smoke a lot of weed. Like I'm from this place called Grass Valley, and everybody grows weed up there. You know what I mean? It's just crazy. It's just like there's like a bunch of adults that are basically children. You know what I mean? Because like they just grow a ton of weed and like ride quads and like do all this crazy stuff. But now there's not really much money in it anymore. Like since things have moved this way, like everybody can grow. So but yeah, that's been quite a long time since I've done that. But yeah, I never really got super into the CBD. I was actually looking at there was a prebiotic or probiotic soda that I was looking at this like health food store and had CBD. I was like, I was like kind of thinking about it, but I didn't get it.
Okay. I am gonna give aspirin a headache, and I don't mean to cut you off, but also I do because you should really definitely try CBD. I recommend it for just like quality of life. You don't have to have a major illness or injury. Like the fucking stresses of life are enough. So if you can have something that is more like a supplement, you could consider it. It helps with stress, anxiety, PTSD, depression, in addition to pain, aches and pains, and inflammation. Our bodies actually, I always love talking about it. I won't get too dorky, but our bodies have something called the endocannabinoid system, the ECS, and that's already in our system. It completely regulates our body for like homeostasis, which is just a fancy word for balance. So when we introduce cannabinoids like THC, but there's actually over 200 CBD, CBN, CBG. There's so many, but they're also in herbs, in spices, in your pepper, in your oregano, in your apples, your oranges, your lemons. And when you introduce that into your system, into your endocannabinoid system, those cannabinoids, they go and they go off receptors where they're like, hey, I have a headache. Hey, I can't sleep. Hey, I want to murder somebody. And they come in, and what they do is they're like a lock and a key, and then they start the healing process. They start that homeostasis and that ability to kick in balance. So if you have like, again, just regular stress, regular anxiety, trouble sleeping, or just winding down, or pain from the gym, like CBD is something I take multiple times a day, and I definitely recommend you try it at least once.
Nice, nice. Well, I will definitely give it a look and check it out. I've had a lot of friends that have been into it, but I just haven't been into it myself. But thanks for that, Kelsey. But let's get on over to our other co-host, our resident favorite balloon, Mr. Dupp. What's going on, Dupp?
This is a one-of-one you.
Is that I was wondering? I had my suspicions, but I'm glad that you confirmed it. Did you rip that from a tube?
No, it got airdropped. It's 15,001.
Nice. Yeah. I figured. Well,
Yeah. I would not wear anything but a U as my PFP.
I know. So for everybody that does not know, Dupp and I are the leaders of a youth club called the Farmers. And, we're specifically focusing on building your social presence, on social media, building up, just whatever, like for whatever reason that you want to do it. People want to build up their accounts for lots of different reasons. But yeah, we've been brainstorming. We actually put out a survey, and now we're going to come up with a curriculum. But go ahead, Dup.
Yeah, I was going to touch on that after, but we're excited to really build it out. You could become a rugger, you could become just a showfluencer, you can become whatever you really want to be. So the possibilities are endless. So we could either be creating some heroes or some true villains, which I've kind of considered as we kind of embarked on this journey, Smokey. So
hey, we're just gonna like fire off that rocket. We don't know where it's going, but yeah, we're just gonna point it in a direction, and if it veers different ways, that's not on us. Okay,
Yeah, no, Uncle Ben said, "With great power comes great responsibility," and so it's all up to these fine farmers to really take hold of their farms and use it for the right reasons versus the wrong ones. So I'm excited to see. I'm gonna tell you, I went to bed thinking that, Smokey, after our talk last night. I was like, oh fuck, we could really be creating monsters. So let's see how it goes.
Hey, well, you know what? Just as long as there's proof of concept of people being able to build up their accounts to being absolute monsters, that's okay. Whether they use it for good or for bad, it's not on us stuff. There's nothing we can do about that.
That's true. That's good for our resume. I mean, like to have that kind of listed out in our alumni class of like these were the farmers, and like have notable people that are going crazy on a timeline, for good or bad.
He's like, you see that guy that's number one on NFT Inspect, and he's like 3 rugs deep. Like, yeah, that was us. All right. I mean, we didn't tell him to do that stuff, but we helped him build his account. So
yeah, we gave him the tools. Like you can only supply so much, and we contracted him. We set him up with the toolbox, gave him the whole 9, and he just ran with it, or she doesn't. Yeah, it could be he or she. So yeah, I'm pretty excited though. I would say if you have not filled out that form, go do it. It takes like it's probably 2 minutes tops, unless you want to be a little bit more descriptive, which is always good.
Is it in the Decode Discord?
Yeah, no DGods though. Sorry, Chef.
No, dude, I got a Ute too, motherfucker.
No, sorry, Chef. Nope.
Yeah, I'm a graduate the farmers class and become the Alex Jones of NFTs. I'm pretty excited about it. So you're gonna hear my voice get real gravelly, and I'm gonna get real overexcited over nothing and start talking about some crazy shit. So I hope y'all ready for that.
You're gonna be that 6th year freshman, just hanging out, just having a ball.
Yeah, I'm gonna be the Van Wilder of the farmers. That's for sure.
I was thinking more like Chris Farley.
Wait, when was Chris Farley in a college movie?
What the fuck? It's Black Sheep.
Oh, okay, yeah, I got you.
Like, usually when you spend 10 years graduating college, you're a doctor. And it's like
I love it. Well, no, but in all seriousness, Dup and I we are pretty excited about helping people build their accounts, and honestly, it's just interesting for the two of us to be able to see these different people with different skill sets. Because Dup and I, we have like our own specific type of voice on the timeline and how we do things, and everybody that comes in is different, right? We got people that are really great with some video content. Right. We got some people that are really good with I don't know, making memes, making threads. And I'm just very interested to watch the growth of those people with those specializations. And then, yeah, we got some big plans on what to do, with the data that we collect. Maybe there could be some partnerships and some different things that could drive some value back to the Farmers Club. But first we got to help people build their accounts and see where that goes, and give people like a little bit of direction. But definitely excited for that. But yeah, thanks for always being willing to get on a call, Up. Very cool stuff. Well, let's keep going around the room. We got Chips with Dip. What's going on, Chips? How you doing?
Yo, what's up, brother? How you doing? How was your weekend, bro? And everyone else, I guess.
Very good, very good. Yeah, just been chilling. How about you?
Good, bro. I'm just playing some COD. So I just want to come here real quick, say something real quick fast. I hope y'all had a great start to your week, and I hope you guys have a great continuation of your week. It's gonna be a good week for all of us. Just manifest it, all that shit, and have a good rest of your night. I'm gonna go down and just like listen to all your beautiful, amazing, sexy voices for the rest of the night, and I'll talk to you guys later. See you.
All right, brother. Always great to have you up. But we do have a hand up in the room. Jump shot. What's going on? Yeah, I mean, if you want to.
Do you know the story?
I don't know the story. Tell me.
No, we'll let him talk. Go ahead,
Jump Shot. All right, what's going on, Jump Shot?
Okay, thank you very much, Duff, for letting me talk before you go ahead and slander me here. Thank you for having me up on stage. Smokey, I think this is the first time we're meeting, so it's really nice talking to you. I see a lot of youth in here. This is so beautiful to see. You guys have had a huge turnout, and I just want to say, like, youth community rolls deep, which is amazing to see. I just recently picked up a youth to kind of rebrand myself. I was looking into different projects, different communities I want to get into, and I found personally this was the strongest one that I could get into. Right? I mean, your guys' community is super strong. The project founders, the project leaders are super active. They are very in touch with what the community wants and what the community needs. And obviously the move to Polygon, the move to Ethereum, I mean, who cannot be bullish on that, right? So I'm really looking forward to really engraving myself with this community and building with you guys. I'm personally a space host, so I do run a space 4 times a week, right? Monday to Thursday. It's at 6 p.m. EST, 4 p.m. MST. So yeah, this is going to be amazing, man. I'm so excited for the ride. I kind of want to ask a question as well for that what you guys are building over there for like the enrollment of helping people out with their Twitter profiles. Does that come with a free subscription to Dub's Goons? Because sometimes I do need them. These Dub Goons, they're all deep, and sometimes they help you out.
I mean, what do you think, Dub?
He's my guy. Actually, he was in the DMs. We're in a different group chat together, and he's like, "What should I get? What should I get?" And I'm like, I've seen your wallet, King. I don't know if you can squeeze a Ute out, but if you can, go for that Ute. So he went and big ballered it and bought that Ute. And coincidentally, he's just waiting on his blue check to clear before he can switch.
I like how you frosted that insult with the king at the end. That was real smooth.
Yeah, that's my boy. You gotta be able to like have the most backhanded compliments around. It keeps him humble. But no, the jump shot's a good guy. And his Ute's not bad. It's not the best, like, but it's good. It's good. It's a Ute.
If you guys let me, I can definitely tag it up here on the Jumbotron. I put in the comments as well if anyone wants to check it out.
Yeah. Here, let's see. Let's see. You put in the comments. I'm looking. I don't see it. Oh, there it is.
I have it tagged up.
It was hidden.
I popped it up there
because
it's
I'm not
actually
following
better
you.
than I thought it was. Actually,
yeah, it's a pretty good one. Oh man, we all like put it up there. All right. Let's get this. All right, nice, man. That's a good one.
Now we all removed them.
I know. No, that's a good one. I like that. I like the I like that cap. You know what I mean? It's pretty sick. And then the like the jumper. Yeah, I like that, man. Cool, man. Well, welcome. We're super happy to have you, and we are a very tight-knit community. We got, 76 people in here in a space, in a Utes community space on a Monday night. And yeah, I mean, there's so much stuff that we're just very active. We're all over the place on Twitter. We've got, quite a bit of activity on the timeline. So it's really cool. And, we're really young. We're very early. And, this is where we're at with us being about a little over 4 months old. And it's really, yeah, I just can't wait to see where we're all at in like a year. Right. And to see the strength of this community, because we're going over to Polygon to be top dogs. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. And that's how it's going to be. Yeah, it's really exciting to go over to an emerging ecosystem. And I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I've been going around some different chains and checking it out. And the great thing is like everybody's just like super hyped. You know what I mean? It's just like really great communities. There's like not a ton of volume going on, but like people are just stoked, and I really like that. It kind of reminds me like early Solana, when everybody's just like, stuck in Discord, but like super, like super solid communities, but just weren't out on Twitter as much. Right. So we'll be able to go over there with a little bit of experience and kind of help this ecosystem develop. And I'm really excited for that and to see what projects come out of the Utes Accelerator program, and definitely have full faith in, Frank and Kevin. And, I think, just for everybody, like, dude, you guys cannot sleep on Kevin. Like that guy is like legendary in the startup world. Like, I don't think I'm not sure people really understand like how legendary that dude is. So yeah, pretty exciting stuff, but great to have you up. Jump Shot gave you a follow. And yeah, when you're ready, switch that PFP over. And I'm sure you'll definitely get to that 5K real quick. And yeah, we'll just get you mooning. But let's get around to some more people in the room. We've got Flurry up here. What's going on, Flurry?
What's up, Smokey? Me, I love Mondays, and I'm super, super pumped this Monday. I just did a Money Bands partnership that I will probably be announcing later, and I'm really pumped about that for the youth community and as well as the project that I'm working on myself. And yeah, man, it's just like a good time. I feel like refreshed in the space in a way. A lot of times we as Solana Degens, we kind of get down on ourselves, and being in this community and doing all this new shit, like it makes it feel good again. It makes it feel fun, and I'm having fun here.
I love it, man. You know what? I get the same way sometimes in Web3. You just kind of get a little bogged down, but like the Utes always lift me up on Monday nights, and that's what I love about this community. It's just like super solid, and everybody's like super, like we're just down for each other. You know what I mean? We want to help each other grow and move through this space, and yeah, I absolutely love it, man. Well, yeah, we will definitely get to that flurry. You know, we'll wait a little bit, you know, maybe partway through the show, and then you can announce that partnership and post the details up on the top. That would be super great. But look, you guys, we have been doing this space for a little while now. It's pretty healthy at this point. It's almost 80 people in the room, and I think it's a good time to reset the room. So welcome, everybody, to the y00ts community space. We do this every single Monday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Look, you guys, if you could go on down to the bottom right-hand corner, you will see the link to the spaces. If you could just click on that, the little purple comment box, it will take you to the link to the spaces. If you just give it a like and a retweet, we got 78 people in here and we've got 23 retweets. I definitely think that we could pump those retweet bags just a little bit. It shows your support for the space. If you like what you're hearing, please go ahead and do that. Drop a W in the comments because it is a big dub to have all these y00ts showing up on a Monday night. And yeah. All right. Well, let's get on over to Dub. What's going on, Dub?
I'm kind of curious. How do you think?
Wait, sorry, Dub. Give me 1 second because I got to add on to the reset. We haven't said it yet, so I'm a little disappointed that we haven't. But I do got to say, guys, if you do have a DGods or y00ts PFP and you are not following every single other DGods and y00ts PFP in this space, it has been scientifically verified. It is posted in academic journals and is actually being added to the U.S. Constitution. You are not going to make it. So you got to make sure that you're following every single other DGods and y00ts PSP in this space. So that way you know that you're not going to fall to the wayside. Make sure you're doing that. I promise you, I will be following every single DGods and y00ts PFP in this space like I do in every other space. And you must do the same. Let's get on it.
Well, on top of that, I'll be following everyone without a DGods or y00ts PFP in this audience and in this fine establishment today. So, yeah, I'm not gonna discriminate.
As in both.
All right. Well, look, I will be discriminating and only following y00ts and DGods. I'm sorry, but that's just, yeah, I'm just like that. You know, at least on Monday nights, it's all y00ts.
I can vouch for Dub. I feel attacked.
Big facts. Big facts. Kelsey?
Is it because I'm Caucasian? Like, I don't understand.
Oh.
Nah, Kelsey gets a pass.
You're green.
Gang, gang.
All right. Well, let's get around to some more folks in the room that are waiting patiently. And look, I know that there have been, you know, some people with their hand up, and you know, but I have to get on over to someone we haven't heard from. My brother in hair, Socrates. What's going on, brother?
Dude, what's motherfucking good, Smokey? Thanks for bringing me up here, bringing the energy on the youth space on these Monday nights. You know, we always got a fine audience. We got a fine speaker panel. We got my boys up here. It is what it is. Smokey, I did have a very serious question for you. So, I did want to thank you, Smokey. You know, thanks for letting me borrow your yacht. I actually did just park it, you know, back. I had a ton. It was an awesome joyride, brother. You know, I'm looking forward to rent your Lambo for a couple days, you know, in the upcoming week. So, dude, I appreciate that. And if you don't know, guys, Smokey's actually 6'6". He's actually built, you know, in real life. So just so you guys know, if you guys are ever curious about my brother here. But Smokey, you know, I am very curious about you as a person. I want to learn more about you as our host on the youth space. What would you say is your astrology sign? You know, I need it for scientific purposes, if you don't mind.
Yeah, brother. I am a Gemini, believe it or not.
Best.
Thank you.
That's based. Yo, Sock, I didn't know that you parked yachts. I didn't know that was possible, so that's pretty fire.
Yeah, I'm actually a yacht chauffeur as a living. That's actually what I do as a job. So Smokey entrusted me with the care of his boat, his fine boat.
Nice. So instead of docking it, you just rock that sucker up on the land and park it. I love it.
Yeah, something like that, Chef. You don't gotta blow my cover here, man. I have a reputation to build, man. You gotta support me, man.
I love you, Doug.
All right. Well, it is always great to have you up, Socrates, and I just always try to blatantly show preference to you just because you are my brother in hair, and that is just how it goes. I'm sorry. I'm drunk with power. But let's get on over to Axel. What's going on, Axel? How you doing?
Hey, what's good, everybody? I am currently recovering from some tooth pains. I'm not going to speak a ton, but I just wanted to give a shout out to the DGen chat in Decode. Got some things brewing in there, and we are working on getting some like code tutorials and stuff out to start teaching people. So keep your eye out there. I'm just working through getting some final feedback on the early docs, and then those should be coming out shortly. So stay tuned, but I'm excited for that, and hopefully I'll see you guys along this journey. I think it should be fun.
What happened to your tooth?
Yeah, so
Or is
like
that HIPAA? Is that
no. Like I know I could talk about it. Like 3 years ago, I think, or 3.5 years ago, maybe, when I was like finishing up my semester in school, and I couldn't go and get my wisdom teeth worked on because like missing finals was a scary thought at the time, and kind of put it off. And now I need to go address that. So,
Oh shit! My girl's getting hers out next week.
dude, I was given a consult at the time that, oh, it's like the way that it's like the angle it's growing in, you might not even need to remove it. Don't worry about it. So I was like, oh, all right, like I'll be fine. And yeah.
I can do it for freezies if you want.
Yo.
Just a couple U points.
Just I'll send you the transaction. Show me the instruction. I got you.
Yeah, I need about 4 dust and some U points, King. I got you.
So look, maybe if it was Dr. Solana up here, like I would condone this, but I am not so confident in our friendly neighborhood balloon to conduct this surgery. So yeah, not medical advice. I would not suggest it.
It's
but
not a
look,
surgery. I'm sucker punching him.
Yeah.
I'm just popping those suckers out. Pop, pop.
I mean, that's utility right there. So, it's part of the farmers now. That's the next offering that we will have for the club, tooth removal. It's still in the early stages, but I think we're going to get it figured out. But look, Axel, I hope you feel better and you get that taken care of very soon. It's no joke when it's your teeth. You definitely want to get that taken care of, and I hope you start feeling better. And really cool stuff that you're doing in Decode. Axel and I are actually working on a project together, doing some stuff, very early stages. We're working on something that I think will be really cool. It's going to take a lot of time. We're going to need some more people. So if there are any coders in the group, definitely hit me up. Socrates, I need to speak to you because you are a Discord, a security guy. We definitely need that for some of the things that we're going to do. I think it's a really cool idea, so we'll let you in on it. But yeah, really cool stuff that you're doing over there, Axel, with the tutorials. And yeah, I think it's going to be a really cool server, the Decode server. It's just going to take a little time to build,
No, for sure. Yeah, and just a brief on that project. Yeah, I think that's going to be super cool as well. And I think it's something that actually has a lot of synergy with the farmers and the youth community as it stands, and kind of what some of the interests have been there. So I'm excited to continue rolling that out and start to get you guys using it, because I think some of the stuff it offers, and then some of the interests we have as a community kind of align, and that should be cool. In terms of like getting involved, I'm trying to make it as easy for anyone of any level to get involved at some stage. So if you are interested, let me know. I can show you what the progress, show you the documents we have so far, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, that should be fun as well. And I think if you have experience with like Python or deployment, like hosting things on the web, stuff like that, feel free to shoot me a DM, and I will get you situated with what we've got going.
Awesome. Mr. Chef, can you take over for just a few minutes? I just have to do something.
Yeah, I can do that. Let me see. Let me test out my skills. Give me some hands. Let's go to Meebs.
Hey, what's up? Hope everyone is doing well. I had a little rough start to my week this morning. I woke up to one of my wallets drained, and I just wanted to say real quick, always be careful. Always be careful. Even if you think you're being careful, always double check and be careful. And then also, there's two ways I could have went about the situation. I could have sulked all day, shitted my bags, but now I got up, saw the good in the situation. I'm breathing, I'm living, I'm here with great people, and I'm rocking my Meebs PFP. So I hope everyone is having a blessed day. Stay true, and I run spaces every Thursday at 8 p.m. with Steven. He has a green mullet ute, fire as fuck. But I'm glad to be here again, and I always love listening to you guys. So it's always nice to be here, and it also makes my day. So have a good one.
Oh man, I'm sorry to hear that, man. It always is a shitty situation. Do you know, what caused the drain?
I do not. I don't think there was no links or any trusted apps. Like all of them were revoked on my hot wallet. It was on my hot wallet. It wasn't on a ledger. But unfortunately, like out of like all the times, I did have like a decent NFT in that hot wallet, and it was my oval, so that's what really took the hit. And then I had a couple others, but besides that, yeah, I don't really know. Maybe it was something in the past, maybe some I didn't catch, but I went through a lot of shit trying to figure it out, but just took it with a grain of salt and got to move forward.
Was it just that one wallet?
Yes, it was. Yep. Yep.
Well, I'm glad to hear you didn't lose the ute at least, and you'll make it back, man. Tomorrow's a new day, and I'm sure you'll keep it pushing, keep it moving. Let's get to jump shot. What's good?
Yeah, so I just want to ask, right? Since I am new to the community, what areas do you think I should explore? Like in terms of, would you recommend me going into the Discord, the youth Discord, and kind of trying to connect with members over there, or do you guys have like a Twitter list group that I could connect with? I would like to find ways to connect with all these different youths, because I mean, from just the general conversation of the speakers that I'm seeing over here, you guys are builders, you guys are intelligent individuals who are content creators, speakers, writers. So I really want to connect with people and just be able to, make some magic. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. Look, I think if you want, I would definitely suggest joining the youth server, kind of checking out what's going on there, and seeing if there's a channel open for your specific trait club. I'm not sure. I'm not familiar with clubs of that trait, but I mean, there's also, Dup and I have a traitless club. Where we're helping people build their accounts, and we also have a Twitter group chat. So yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of stuff going on. It's just kind of like going to be a slow build. You'll get added some group chats on Twitter and some different things, and it'll just take a little bit, but we'll hook you into the community. Go ahead, Dup.
We're working on getting that. Oh my bad. We're working on getting the women trait in the money club. So stay tuned on that.
We're hazing. Especially the farmers. I would say there's an entry fee now. And you have to do some crazy stuff on the timeline. I'm not gonna.
It's okay, Dup. I don't want to be in a group chat with you because all the slander I experience from my XPN every day, man. That shit is too much, bro. I don't want your fishbowl bubblehead to be anywhere near me.
It's good engagement.
Hey, Dup is just trying to prepare you for the bull run, because it's a mean place, my friend. You just get chewed up and spit out. So he's just trying to make people stronger,
If you're not training in the bear, you're not doing it right. So I'm just trying to prepare you for that next cycle, albeit probably not for a while. But regardless, I got you. But no, we'll add you in. I just gotta say, you probably have to change that PFP. I get legacy, obviously, because I've been here for a while, but you definitely have to change that, John.
Sounds good, man. Sounds good. Hey, listen, this is all jokes. Like, obviously, me and Dub, we've known each other for a long time. This guy's got the swag of a chain wallet guy. He shits on people who wear skinny jeans and polos. So, that's that. I love you, Dub, and I'm so glad to meet all of you guys. This is gonna be fantastic. I can't wait to build and grow with you guys.
Likewise. Can we do something controversial right now, Smokey?
I mean, coming from you, it can't be that controversial, right?
Yeah, no. What are our thoughts on the hair traits? I think they're not it.
Yo, what?
Oh, Smokey and
Hey,
Socrates gonna hate you.
yo,
I'm with you,
honestly,
Doc. I'm
I
with
don't
you,
know.
Doc. Those brown hair traits look like Duke lacrosse players. I'm just throwing that out
Oh,
there.
yo.
Hey, yo, hey, yo, hey, yo. Listen. All right. I'm just a Ute running through the world. I had a very difficult upbringing in my upper middle class family. And, the world, it hasn't been easy for me, but I'm just trying to make my way.
Yo, for
I,
real though, Smokey, your hair looks like your name should be like Edwin Dusherton III. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I'm being serious.
I was benched on the lacrosse team, and I don't think I'll ever recover. So you guys need to be nice. No, you know what? I don't know. I mean, Sock, is there even a club for us?
No, but I think we'd be the highest floor price club. It's undebatable.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. We just don't look. We're just holding back because we just don't want to take away from the other clubs. Sock and I, we talked about it, and we just want to let other people spread their wings.
Yeah, I don't know about
Well,
that.
I think we need more Utes with boobs because I know there was that rug out there, but it was really, really relatable for me. So no cap.
You know what? Honestly, I really actually want to talk about that, because I mean, with the D gods, creating the female traits that you can go back and forth with. I mean, I have to imagine that they're going to do that with the Utes, and honestly, if that happens, I am so excited for that, and I think that will be super cool. And
Like the traits or the boobs?
well, I mean, I would imagine that they will probably have boobs, Well, you'll be able to switch back and forth from a female Ute to the male Ute, right? So you'll buy your NFT, right? And you'll be able to switch back and forth. You can either have it as the male Ute or you can have it as a female Ute. So it's 2023. I might rock the female Ute, a little bit and see how that goes. But I don't know how far away they are with the D gods from doing that, but I am definitely excited, because I know that there are, a lot of ladies in the space that, they like the Utes, but it is all male clothing. And definitely could be a little more, centric, towards women. So yeah, I think that will be super awesome to be more inclusive, or at least have the option. I think that's the important thing, because there have been some collections where it was 50%, women and 50% males, but that's not the makeup of the space. Honestly, let's be honest here, it's probably 85% dudes. And so it would just be nice to have the option of being able to go back and forth. It'll be really interesting to see some of these different traits and what some of them look like, as a female counterpart. So pretty interesting, but go ahead, Beck.
Yeah, no, I mean, I was just going to say, I think the flowy hair Utes are cool. I'm also super excited to see the female traits for babushkas, because I think my D-God's going to be one of the coolest for the females in season 3. But just my most important question is, how do we feel about blue balloons?
I was literally going to say the same thing about the
Bearish.
babushkas.
Bearish.
Hey,
Bearish.
I was just about to invest in your service, and you're coming at me sideways on the stage.
Man, gotta come for you, Depp. Can't be having you going after the flowy hair.
Do you have one?
Do I have a flowy hair?
Yeah.
I might get one right now.
I'm flooring my what are those called, babushka? I'm flooring that, John.
Dude, babushkas are going to be number 1 season 3. Look out.
Yeah,
We're getting Paris Hilton, our first female.
the female babushkas are gonna pop off. I can definitely see that for sure. Those are gonna be fire.
I do got to say that Dub's mustache is pretty on point, man. I mean, you got a blue balloon with a mustache. Come on now, that's pretty fire.
Can we add that into the Ute traits?
That's what I'm saying.
A mustache trait? That would be sick.
Yeah. Yeah, think about it.
I think there's too much space
to be responsible with a mustache trait, bro.
I just think the space in between the nose and the mouth on the Utes is too tall for a good placed mustache. It'd be a hard one to pull. It's got to be a real thick one,
Yeah, just be like a massive mustache, just like a handlebar.
like a Burt Reynolds, mustache.
We could get an artist to kind of work around. Like, it's not going to be exact copy of mine, but it'll be something on par.
Ooh, or we could do a Charlie Chaplin mustache. Would that be okay?
No.
Wait, which one's the Charlie Chaplin?
It's the same one as Hitler's.
Oh
no,
man.
boo. No,
it sucks though, because Charlie Chaplin was awesome, but then like Hitler came around and fucking ruined it.
True, it was no longer the Charlie Chaplin.
No, dude, it was ruined before.
Yeah, I don't know. It's kind of weird.
Hey, don't hate on the Chap, man. He's a legend.
He is a legend. Silent films, all the way. Well, let's get on over to Intern. What's going on, Intern?
Jump. I just want to say, I was reading your bio like I've never met you before. But if you check out my pinned tweet, I was totally going to convince you to buy a Ute, but you already have one. So shout out to my boy, Smokey, with the flowing hair, bro. We could put a visor around it, kind of keep it tucked, keep it nice and neat. Add a nice little surround, and then you as a club, I mean, you could like design it. You could add dye or whatever. I think that's the purpose of the neutral colors in a sense. So yeah, have fun with it, explore, experiment. Actually, build a community with it. That's what we're doing. It's going pretty good. We got legendary. We got chips, which contributed to a lot of the overall traits that we kind of came up with. And then we have Dejin Hachi, which he had a McUte's headset and visor. And I just pulled down the visor a little bit and then kept the headset on there, and then incorporated a little bit of a double golden fry in the background. I don't know what that thing is in the middle. That wasn't that was just a part of the art. We'll keep it there. But yeah, I'm probably skipping a couple of guys, but that's what we've been doing. And I mean, we've only been doing it for a month. I think I started on the 2nd or the 3rd of February. And I mean, the overall progress of the hat and the overall design is 180 degrees different. But the amount of PFPs that it could actually fit on, or it could actually belong to, is fucking exponential, And so that's just the beauty, I think, of clubs, is that you're able to leverage your small piece of the Utes with the mass. So that's where it's pretty cool.
Love it. Yeah, absolutely, man. Well, let's get on over to Sock. What's going on, Sock?
Yeah, I don't have anything to add to Intern's point, but one thing I want to, have you guys ever flipped your Ute or your D-God to left facing? I don't know if you guys have ever done it, but it's the most cursed shit on the planet, actually. I look at my Ute facing left, and I don't know how to feel. I feel very conflicted. And I'm just curious if I'm alone here, or if people can relate with me.
Just wait until you're in a space with Tout, and he's a host with his cousin, not Tout, and you're right there in the middle, and you've got Tout and his cousin both looking at you. Yeah, that's a real trip.
Nice. No, I've never flipped my Ute, but yeah, I mean, the way that it faces is what I'm into. And I hope not to see it flipped.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
Don't do it. You can't go back. You can't unsee it, and it's definitely wise to stay ignorant. Stay ignorant, Smokey.
I love it. Well, look, let's get on over to Axel. What's going on, Axel?
Yeah, I just wanted to give a little shout out to the community because as I've been building this bot and watching the Twitter API, I've been seeing a lot of the community names showing up and kind of seeing your guys' activity. And as I scroll through now, I see a lot of you in this space, and it shows. So just know your work is not going unnoticed. Your metrics are being seen by people, and I can see the names. I mean, some of the speakers on the stage. Beck, this is my first time seeing you, but I've seen your name a ton. So it's just interesting to see you guys show up and know that it's being noticed, and we see you, and we love you, and we appreciate you.
Absolutely. Super excited to be able to test out this product on the y00ts community. I think that it'll really help people that are trying to build their account. And yeah, and then to be able to put it out into the wider ecosystem, it'll be pretty exciting, man. I'm pretty stoked. I really love working on stuff like this, and you know, I've got great ideas, but I can't build. But that's why it's great to have people like Axel and you know, some other individuals to come and help work on projects like this. So it's super fun. I really enjoy it. But let's get on over to Jump. What's going on?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, you know, I'm right facing, right? Because it would have been so weird if I was left facing PFP in a bunch of right facing PFP motherfuckers chat room. And this kind of sounds like the war that, you know, on on the Ethereum blockchain or on any regular blockchain. It's like Azuki versus all the anime derivatives. So the one I have is facing right, and then obviously the Azukis are facing left. So we always have that war going on. Third thing I want to say, that's really incredible, right? If you can add like personalized traits on top of your you right or your DGods, I mean, that just gives a lot more personalization to not just you yourself, you know, you being able to relate to your PFP, but also like in terms of branding wise, right? People being able to relate to you and just kind of differentiate you from the rest of the joints. So yeah, man, that's huge, man, and I'm excited to see how that rollout happens.
Love it. Love it. Well, look, you guys, it is almost the top of the hour. And I think that it is a very good time to get on over to Flurry. I'd like to hear about that partnership that was made. And he said he had some information that he could post up to the top. So if you would not mind, Flurry, you wanna talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, let's do it. So if you are in this space and you have a Money Bands PFP, there is now a project partner with you. It is not DraftKings yet. Yeah, I know you guys are working towards that, but it is Soul Bookie. Pretty much what we're gonna do is we have an upcoming project that's gonna release on ETH. I plan on, and another couple other guys plan on blasting the shit out of marketing for it. I'm gonna hopefully get some good return for the people that are minting it, and we're gonna get you guys a whitelist spot for that. We're gonna get you a referral link, which will give you a distribution share of all the people that you refer, and we're gonna get you a bunch of free play and bonuses for the community. So all this time we talked about clubs and how their brand can help onboard a Web2 brand onto the space, and I've loved that idea and really like I've thought about that idea a lot. And to finally be able to do it with a brand, not, you know, it's not Disney, it's not something ridiculous, but to do it with a project and do it with a brand is a really cool thing to do. And I look forward to getting more money trades added to the Money Club and hopefully giving you guys a good product that you guys can blast. Oh, I also have some free play to give away. I'll just say the code anyways, just because why not? It's for 1 soul, so a free 20 or $25, whatever it is. So if you guys go onto the book or have an existing account already, you can use code. Let me find it. You can use code y00ts and you will get a free $25 to bet with. There is no sign up. Like you said, to sign up, no deposit required. You can just use the code and bet away.
Wait,
so
code.
Is the
Change the code.
U with
Change the code.
zeros?
What website?
It's Soul Bookie, so you can access it through my bio and sign up real quick, or you can use the Soul Bookie thing I pinned up top.
Yo, is the
there's gonna be a
Utes
lot
with O's, with zeros or O's for Utes?
with zeros. So it's y00ts Bookie. Oh no, yeah, that's correct. And yeah, there's gonna be a lot more announcements to come, and I look forward to having the community support the project, hopefully. And I will want to give back to the community as much as possible. Looking forward to it.
Love it, man. Super awesome. Thanks for giving that away during the Utes community space, providing some value for the members in the space. Super awesome. Thank you for that. And it is up at the very top if you guys want some information about the Soul Bookie. So yeah, really cool partnership that you got going on, Flurry. And yeah, man, I see you changing D gods like every week, bro. Every time I look over, Flurry's got a new D god. So are you just like flipping your way through gods?
No, dude, Flurry's the whale. He's like
I'm
the
having
biggest
fun.
whale in BTS.
I'm not a whale. You know, I am working for Soul Bookie. I do not own Soul Bookie, but somehow I'm just able to get Soul, and Soul turns into D gods. I don't know what else I would invest in except D gods and Utes. So that's pretty much it.
Smart man, very smart man. Yeah. I think that that will probably work out very well for you. And yeah, I'm excited to see your new D God next week as your profile picture. But look, you guys, I did have a question that I did want to ask the group. There's been a little bit of FUD on the timeline and about the whole NFT Paris event, and I just wanted to get you guys' take on this, being that we are the holders of Utes and D gods, and just to get your idea, it just looks like there's kind of some cherry picked photos, and yeah, I don't know, it just seemed like dudes having fun with dudes on the dance floor, and I like dancing with other dudes, so yeah, I don't know what to tell you. But I definitely am down to go hang out with the homies, and I think that it's just kind of odd that everybody's calling out like a ratio or whatever, and it just seems very strange and kind of weird, honestly. And I don't know what's wrong with people. Why are they so like, I don't know, being weird about this? But what do you think, intern?
Yeah, no, I think pretty much Frank's just doing what the holders, would find the most enjoyment out of. I was in a space the other night, and I'm not going to name drop, but they were wanting to go and like have a summer camp for like a week, and have like just different kind of like color parties or color fest or whatever it is, color competitions. And like me as a 27-year-old, like I just wouldn't find that entertaining. I'd much more, rather either be in the basement of the party house or up on the first floor or the second floor, and just being able to kind of, separate myself, from whatever without having to be like overly active, So all in all, I think Frank's just doing what the holders want to do, and that's just the vibe. So that's what they do. Like it's just kind of hosting to your visitors. So yeah, it's just being a good host.
Yeah, I mean, it's it just seemed like a party. I don't party. I don't drink or do anything like that anymore. And so yeah, you'd probably catch me up on the top deck, just like hanging out and chilling. But you know what? If people enjoy doing that, they like to dance and do the worm like really badly, like that's up to them, man. It's a free country, and if people want to pay $15,000 to go do that, then they can. That's what Web3 is all about. You know what I'm saying? But I would like to hear a from Beck to get her perspective. What's going on, Beck?
Yeah, no. So, I mean, I tweeted this too, but I think overall, I think like something that was missed is that there was a basement and there was a rooftop. Like D Gods, especially, is like a whole range of investors. Like there's 50-year-olds, there's 14-year-olds, and I'm sure that Utes is operating in the same sense. But it's like there was that top floor and that bottom floor, and the 25-year-olds, like they were having a riot. And I think Mika/Micah, I might be pronouncing her name wrong, but she had like the best tweet that was just talking about just like how like guys are coming together and like having this awesome time. Like, why are we ever going to be bashing them? That's like such an exciting thing. So I think her tweet was the best, but like definitely also do want to focus on the fact there was a rooftop, which is where I think that those people that are not with the frat vibes, they can get down on that top floor. So I do think that DGods is going to have some really cool events coming out in 2023. And I think there is still a lot of room to grow. Like I think that those basement type parties have a place and I think they're awesome. But I think at the same time, like it's going to be so dope. The D golf tournament in New York, like holders getting together and just like chugging beer on the course or networking on the course or handing out networking cards, business cards on the course, whatever it is. Like it's going to be cool to see how events continue developing and still having those frat vibes, but like making a range of events so that everyone's having a great time. But I'm never going to bash on guys being guys. Like you said, Smokey, everyone was just having a good time. So fuck it, we ball.
I love it. And I think like, honestly, something that I think about with NFTs is they really like came into popularity, during COVID, right? When everybody was stuck at home and, all we could do is kind of just be online. So it was kind of like this refuge for a lot of people. And I really noticed like a surge in them when that happened. And for there to be, and afterwards, I mean, it just seems like it's not as easy to maybe meet people in public, right? Like society was pretty fractured, from that. There's a lot of groups and a lot of things that people used to do, or maybe they don't really do them anymore. And for there to be this thing that brings us all together that we can all relate about and feel very comfortable with each other, no matter like what the event is, I think that should be celebrated. And I think it's a really wonderful thing to see. And just because we have these online, digital representations of ourselves, we just feel immediately connected. Man, woman, doesn't matter. Like, oh, you got a DGod, you got a U. Like, man, like what? Hey, what is going on? Like, it's so great to meet you. Like, what are you into? Where are you from? And I really love that. And yeah, so I mean, I'm definitely super bullish on these IRL events. I was able to go to the DGods bonfire and the Utes bonfire in LA area, and that was like super great. Got to meet up with Poco, and then Poco and I went golfing after, and yeah, it's just like immediately you're just like fast friends. Like with like if I met any one of you guys, out in IRL, I'd be like, oh hey, what's up? Like what's going on? There's just like going to be that immediate connection because like we're all hanging out like in this very crude type of metaverse, which is Twitter Spaces, right? And on the timeline. So yeah, I feel like being able to meet up in person, like I already know you guys, so yeah, pretty cool stuff. But let's get on over to Habibi. What's going on, Habibi?
What's up? What's up? Happy to be here. Yeah, I think the ratio comments, a lot of it was more like a Web3 problem than anything, and just kind of poking fun at how crazy the ratio has been within Web3, which I do think is a problem that hopefully we can fix and get women way more involved in leadership positions. But I mean, I don't see any problem in guys just being guys and enjoying themselves. I do think it brings exposure in general. Just even people laughing at a meme of someone trying to do the snake, I think is a great exposure method for DGods and the community as a whole, and just how he made it his PFP and everything. I think it's so wholesome, the whole thing. And I've been fortunate to go to the DGods event in Miami and just a bunch of different NFT events, and I really enjoy the in real life aspect a lot. I do agree there's like the multiple floor aspect is important because this is an industry where there's people that are way older, way younger, just like such a mix of people that are interested in NFTs. And I think COVID really propelled that times 1,000. Like it really just pushed it forward so quickly because we were all just sitting home and trying to find different ways to interact with people while we were bored out of our minds. So I think it's just great overall. I'm excited for New York City and to meet some of these holders there as well.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I think that the New York event is going to be just super crazy. Yeah, so that's pretty exciting. I don't know if I'll be going. I definitely am going to try to make it out to the LA event since it's so close to me. New York is quite the trek It is possible. I don't know. I am trying to, get some full-time Web3 work. So if that is the case, then I would definitely try to come out to the New York event and just be like, oh, it's just like a work trip, I have to do it, So, but let's get on over to Jump. What is going on, Jump?
Yeah, I'd like to say the same thing as Habibi said, right? I think it was a lot of people took it as negative. A lot of people kind of just took it as an easy jab, I'd say, to kind of jab at a community when everyone's down 99%, whatever, all that BS. But I think it's a good event, right? Like, there's a community activation event. Everyone came through, everyone partied up, everyone had a good time, and I didn't even know the details of the 3 floors, right? So that's even better. You had people who want to be in part of that culture, part of that mosh pit culture, and then you had people who want to have a more relaxing night, get a couple of drinks, and just chill up and connect with some of the community members. And second of all, I want to give a huge shout out to Habibi. I think Habibi is definitely like the D gods that I've been interacting with for a long time. And I'm so glad you switched your PFP, man. That quota was ugly as all hell. You look so much better with that fucking D gods. Oh my god, Habibi, thank you.
We're pretty violent today, huh?
No.
Dub, this is all because of you, man. This is all because of you.
What do you
Thank
mean?
God
I
you didn't
I give nothing but flowers and love. I'm just hugging everybody left and right. I don't say nothing.
Yeah, it's all compliments, King.
Yeah, nothing but compliments, kings and queens.
Yeah, it's that one of one you.
That too.
King.
Kelsey's is a one of one too.
King.
Yo, I was thinking of.
I haven't gotten picked on once, so I'm like, shh.
Let's go. Yo, we were talking about those like personalized traits, or like the fact that we're going to be able to potentially change traits within certain parameters moving forward. What if anybody here, like, and everybody's down to do it, like, what would be like one of the traits that you would change on your Ute, if any? And then if changing it, what would you change it to?
The hair.
Nah, dude. Like, just consider it like a drawing, right? It's just black and white lines, and it's personalized, so you can make it personal for them. Like, that's the side, I think, as far as the community building goes, that it's overlooked.
Wait. Are we saying that there's like about like trait swapping?
Well, no. So Frank said in previous spaces, if you guys were here at the community spaces, he said that like it'll probably be like more for decisions for clubs, possibly, or maybe voting, or not sure how it's going to be done. But if a group wants to change their traits, they can change the trait, and it would have to be the same. They can't like go way off base with the color palette or anything like that. But like, for example, people that have like maybe the helmet down, they don't want the helmet, they want a different type of helmet, or they want something different behind the helmet. They could change that trait, change the helmets to something else by voting. Do you not remember him talking about that?
I do. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of a purist. I think that, like, the traits should remain the same, as far as like the collection goes, it's like, this is what you have. I would, like, personally, I think, maybe just the helmets, just cause like the poor helmets, everybody hates on them, and the floor is usually helmets. But beyond that, like, yeah, I kind of like, where it's at, just to see. So yeah, I don't want to rock the boat too much with changing traits and seeing that, but I don't know, it could be interesting, but I just feel like this is where we're at, and this is what we should have, but everybody has a different opinion. Go ahead, intern.
Yeah, thank you. And no, like, I definitely agree, right? Like, as far as the original, right? Like, yeah, definitely it should stay the same. However, though, like, what I've been kind of thinking, like, as far as, like a layer 2 technology for NFTs, and this is alpha, and I don't care if it's recorded. I'm not here for, a bag. I'm here for, longevity of the space. But like a layer 2 where like your NFT could possibly be, somewhat personalized. And I think the Utes are kind of geared for it, but the layer 2 is not really affecting the rarity or anything. It's totally just separate, where it's like, yeah, this is me, and then so like you have your originality, and then you got your layer 2, which is just all user preference. Lose the like the payment kind of plan, and establish a community of people that are like actually feeling like they're a part of it. They still hold the original NFT that looks how it looks, but the layer 2 is there to let them actually express themselves. I don't know how some people would feel for the people that do go sniping NFTs. I guess there is always that backside, but I think the overall kind of just, I don't know, that's still a theory. Like, I don't even think anybody's ever mentioned this. But yeah.
What the Moonbirds do with their custom background is essentially the Moonbirds are minted within the ETH chain, and they're able to change around certain traits like the background on a personal level that is reflected on chain, but doesn't actually change anything about the integrity of the NFT itself. Given that we're moving to an EVM, I wouldn't be surprised if we see something like that.
I think it'd be cool, like, I mean, just something overall, right? Like, I mean, it's not unheard of, as far as like just, mutable NFTs and, being able to kind of go through and change them. But I really think there's a big fucking opportunity here, just for the fact that there are clubs, and each club has a chance to be surrounded by a different trait. And then, so like, what happens if you have your Ute, right? But I want a puffer jacket that says headband on it. And then I want a visor because, intern let me be a part of his club. So I can rock that visor. Like, consider POAPs, but actually equipable, like community driven art that's going to fit the Ute, because Utes pretty much fit Utes as far as the traits go. But like, overall, like, we have the opportunity within our community to collaborate with over 20 different clubs. And it's just like that. It's not like I'm going to Bad Cat and asking for a collaboration with, Ice Dow, or me trying to go over to Pudgy Penguins and trying to find a club over there to collaborate with. It's different. Like, we have a lot of MFers, we have a lot of different traits, and we have a lot of different collaboration potential. And we're making a move to Ethereum. Like, right now, this is the perfect storm to kind of totally change how we look at NFTs, how we look at layer 2s for NFTs. Like, we're looking at actual scale, which I don't think we've ever had that talk, but like, that's potentially where we're at. Like, we have clubs that are focused on traits. How many traits are within the whole NFT like project? Like, that's a lot. That's a lot of potential.
And I think like some of the changes don't even have to be like super pronounced, but like could be cool, especially with the clubs. Like, for example, like the D Goats jerseys, right? Like the red jersey with the 00. They did a custom to where instead of it being a 00, it said like D Goats and had the little D Goats logo on it. Like, that'd be sick, like not changing really anything besides, instead of 00s, it says D Goats and has the club logo on it. Like, so, like little changes like that could be super dope for the collection, in my opinion, and it gives more awareness for the clubs at the same time. Like, little things like that, I think, could be super dope.
Yeah, could be interesting to see how it develops. I don't know. We're so early into the collection, and it'd be really interesting to see what Frank and the team decides to do. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to see. But go ahead, Axel. What's going on?
Yeah, I mean, for me, the exciting thing about clubs is kind of the ability to galvanize around different ideas with adjacent verticals. And what I mean by that is, like, you might have like the Money Bands Club who established this dope partnership with Soul Casino, and then you might have like the decoders and farmers who are working on, you know, engagement stuff and content with Heat and all that, and there could be really interesting synergies as all those different products slash partnerships begin to form out. And as those things develop, I think how that affects youths and the clubs overall, it will have some really interesting effects on the verticals. And um, yeah, I think that I'm super excited for like what we're building in that kind of scheme or in that space. And I posted a little tweet about just some quick stats from yesterday and the stuff we're aggregating. It's only like 15 of the members. There's like 90 something in this table from literally a half hour. And so that's what I mean by like you guys go hard in literally a half hour. There's like almost 100 users showing up in this table. So uh, you're being noticed, and you might even see some names that are familiar to you on there. But I'm really excited to see how some of the synergy between these different verticals who are kind of just building what they're working on now, but as it gets more built out, and those verticals can kind of align, I think that would be really cool.
Love it. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just really fun for me to think about like creating like these supportive, you know, things for people to use that can help them with whatever it is that they want to put out. You know, maybe they want to, I mean, whatever type of business that they're trying to create in Web3, like this will be like super helpful. And there will be more stuff too, you know. I think like once we have all the data, it'll be really interesting to see what types of ideas present themselves, you know, once we build it out a bit. But go ahead, intern.
Yeah, thank you. And I mean that's the other side, you know, Axel. They're not going to build it if they don't know what the people want or what they're, you know, kind of, you know, seeing as, you know, potential. You know, we're pretty much just consuming or just totally blocking out everything they say. You know, or we're waiting for updates. But like imagine it, right? Like a layer 2 that's doesn't affect rarity, doesn't affect anything on the total collection. It's just like an actual like thing within the blockchain or within the like algorithm. I don't know what the fucking, you know, technical term is, but like an actual layer 2 for NFTs. You know, like that's the scale vertical upwards. You know, and I think a lot of people have that kind of sentiment, you know, towards that kind of just customization. You know, like that's unique. That's like, yeah, this suits me. You know, I like this. I mean, and you could gamify it to where it's like POAPs, where it's like first 20 or first 100 that show up, or first 100 that type in this redemption link, you know, get the collaboration piece. So, I mean, there could always be like a supply and demand for it. And, you know, it's just one of those things that I see that as being the gateway into sponsorships, because we don't have to pay, or we shouldn't have to pay if there's a, you know, like an actual frenzy or a storm of people trying to pick something up. You know, like that's proof. That's evidence that, okay, like, yeah, we're going to, you know, get some eyes on, you know, your brand, whatever it might be, whether it's Nike or, you know, Puma. It's like they're going to show up and they're going to see it. And then you're going to have a guy that's rocking a fucking, you know, Nike visor. That doesn't even have to be changed on the blockchain level, I wouldn't say. Like, I think as a club, you could gain your own independence to kind of, you know, speak to the ambassadors. I mean, hang on, Dup. But I think you should be able to, you know, run your own club as the leader how you want, you know, and if that's getting just a Nike logo and a deal on the back end where it's just like, yeah, we'll wear the Nike visor, you know, without actually changing any traits, going through and changing any metadata, you know, it's just like a billboard advertisement.
Go ahead, Dup.
I like that idea. I honestly think that is probably something that they're gonna kind of fall into down the line, especially with Polygon and everything going on. My kind of thesis on the move and the use that Polygon will be doing with the Utes is really leveraging us within the community and really pushing that into those brands, which in turn I'll probably kind of see them doing more branded kind of traits to that effect. So that's a great point in turn.
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to get too in the weeds, but from like a technical standpoint, I think there's a lot of things with composable NFTs that are super doable. And I think like this is where gaming is working on a lot of similar things, but the idea of like swappable traits and swapped in instance traits where the trait is only swapped after you've entered a certain or past a certain point, right? Like I think there's a lot of things there that are super interesting technically that maybe even could be on an NFT level. But I think that those are some of those things have been worked on. I think it's going to be about how it's deployed and rolled out, right? I think from a collection standpoint, it'll be easier the for the collection authority, so to speak, to add traits into this swappable world. You can think of it as, or the swappable area where traits can be added from a protocol standpoint. But I do think that there's a lot of merit to clubs having a pipeline almost from a governance standpoint to submitting traits to whatever that collective space is. And I'm trying not to speak about this technically, but I think that is something that's super doable, and I think probably a vertical that they are likely, if not already, exploring.
I'm honestly with you on that. I'm not sure. I'm going to give credit to the team, but I'm not sure how kind of thought out they will approach that, because I do think that one, they have to be the ones to organize it in a way that makes sense for the Utes brand itself. And then I can foresee some sort of competition between kind of clubs to kind of work for those brand partnerships that would then kind of spring out to those individual clubs for a set time to then benefit from those kind of partnerships. Um, but then, yeah, it kind of takes a little bit more foresight on a team's part to kind of think that process out. And I'm hoping they kind of take that route. I'm not sure how feasible it would be from a business standpoint, but I do think that we're going down that route of, like I said, leveraging the Utes community to push with those Polygon partnership brands, which I think makes the most sense. And hopefully I'm not off the mark with that as we kind of go towards that. But I do think that would be a really kind of good use case for both ends, right? So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think that it'll be really interesting to see how, Frank and Kevin are able to, leverage the Utes community with these big brands that are, all already all over on Polygon. I'm really excited to see what can happen with that and how they're able to drive value back to the holders. I mean, I think that is a fascinating prospect for us, like with as strong of a community that we have. And then also, like, I don't know, I think like if they could figure out a way, to have these Web2 companies partner with both, the content creators that are already here, and then like some of these, some of the NFT projects, and then like, if we could kind of be a guinea pig for it and it's done properly, man, I mean that could set off like a whole new wave, like a whole new meta in the Web3 space, and I mean, what's more brandable than a Ute? You know what I mean? Like the Utes, like they're it, man. So yeah, I mean, I definitely could see a lot of like really cool stuff happening with that. And but go ahead, Dub.
yeah, I'm with you for the most part. I think the content creators is a bit stretched, because I just don't think the platforms are there. I can foresee that with like mega platforms like K Money and stuff like that. But I do think that it'll be more so leveraging the Utes itself, and then kind of the holders in that aspect versus like individual kind of partnerships, or like, you know, leveraging the content creator approach to it, which I mean I would hope would kind of down the line, but from like a business standpoint, probably just kind of pushing it more towards a mass audience of several youths within a specific kind of not demographic, but kind of criteria, and then from there pushing out with that brand, because I mean that's probably the best way to do it, especially for Polygon, and probably why they approached youths was kind of the community and kind of those metrics, and then obviously those brands. If we then go down that route of partnering, seeing that free marketing in a sense, right? So
yeah. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how it plays out. But go ahead, intern.
Thank you. Yeah, no, like these sponsorships, like don't get me wrong, like these guys are kind of cutthroat. They're used to, you know, like more or less like what are we gonna get for investing? Right. And so like that's where I think, you know, as a smaller scale, you know, we have a very large opportunity, since we cover a lot of fucking ground, to actually meet some of these people in the space and actually possibly talk to them. You know, like there's a couple of, you know, Ute holders that are actually like working at Nike, like at the corporate, you know, offices. Johnny, I think might be his name. He just got hired. I might be drawing a blank on his name, but he just got hired.
I think it's Kenny.
Kenny, there we go. I knew it had to.
Yeah, Kenny.
Indeed.
So like that's the thing, you know, like everything in the world that we know of that we've been talking about, you know, is in more or less a matter of who you know, right? And so our community is covering a fuck ton of ground, guys. All it takes is for one, you know, intern from Nike that talks to the CEO. That might be just the news runner, you know, and it just takes that one person to show up to your spaces daily, or show up to 4 or 5 different spaces over a week throughout different times, you know, and eventually they're gonna, you know, want to say something if they have the opportunity, you know. And on the other side, you know, we are going to be, you know, able to have, you know, like offices right next to Nike, you know, in a sense where there's a back door where it's not really, you know, like consumer to store relations. It's more or less like corporate to corporate, or, you know, like manager to manager. So the overall like possibilities of actually being able to plug in, you know, are definitely really good. The other thing with the Utes being easily brandable, you're absolutely right, dude. I'm trying to find a picture that I'm actually about to tweet out, and then I'm gonna pin it up top, and then you could see this just as an example for kind of like what we could possibly expect, you know, as far as the color palettes, and if people did actually want to like brand around their Ute and open up a coffee shop, or, you know, slap it on their own logos. The color palette blends very, very well, with, you know, vibrant colors, neutral colors. Like it just pops. And so like, yeah, the brandability, you know, behind the actual NFTs, it's on point. You know, it's like premium grade. But yeah, no, like the sponsorships, we're gonna have to establish a credit report where it's just like we show up and, you know, like we go all out, you know, and that's just, you know, like just carrying yourself to the level of awareness that, okay, you know, I might be under the scope. Let's go ahead and, you know, provide something valuable. And, you know, like if we can do that as far as the leaders go, you know, like let your farmers be farmers and let them have fun, and, you know, go chaotic. That's totally cool if they want to go chaotic, but I would recommend like a chaotic good, or a chaotic neutral. But I am a fan of the chaotic side. But yeah.
But Dup and I, we're just setting people off on the timeline. We don't know what they're gonna do. but we're just trying to make sure that they can get their message across and grow a massive account. But we do hope that they use it for good. But we don't know.
Hell no. Hell no. I want them doing the most sleazy, just sleazy scumbag stuff on the timeline.
But as long as they kick back a little, right?
Nah. I ain't asking for nothing. Just do you, all right? But I want to empower these fine farmers to do whatever they want to do, and know that we're not responsible for it. We just give them the tools, and they took it and ran. So if they become serial scammers, or they're showing everything in their DMs, like it's all done.
I love it. Well, look, you guys, I mean, I guess I'll it's just like a basic concept, and Axel's been working on it. He posted it a little bit, but I guess I'll just like kind of tell you guys a little bit about what we're doing. So
I'll pin it real quick too.
Okay. Yeah. So we're building an impressions leaderboard. I mean, I guess it's kind of similar to NFT Inspect, but what NFT Inspect does is they basically like keep track of every single profile picture of any NFT project, and then they measure the reach that you have to the overall Web3 space. But like what Axel and I are doing is we're making a leaderboard according to impressions only and profile pictures, right? So the idea behind this is setting up the possibility to have gathered metrics to be able to show these Web2 brands, right? And to show them something like, hey, like this is the reach of our community, like month to month. This is like how many impressions that we get as a community as a whole, and then the clubs, with the individual clubs, because what is there, like 300 per club or something. So I think like just being able to go to these brands with at least some value metrics for them to see, and then they can decide, okay, well, this is what we'd like to pay for that, right? And I don't think honestly that this has really been done before, like not on like this level. But then Dup and I were gonna test it out first on the farmers, and we're gonna have like a growth curriculum, right? Because who cares if you have a leaderboard if people are struggling with building their accounts, right? Like it doesn't, you'll just have like a few people up at the top, and everybody else kind of floundering. So we're definitely going to provide some Twitter growth curriculum to kind of help people find their voices and figure out what they want to do. And then, I mean, it's like a super long-term thing, I think that we're trying to do overall, but I think that it could be something that could be very valuable to the youths. And it's an idea that I've had for a little while, and it's cool to have Axel working on it. We're going to get some more people working on it, and then we can kind of just set it loose with the youths community and see what happens, with some of these Polygon brands, if that is a possibility, and be able to show them something. It's not like, oh, hey, we look cool, right? We're brandable. Like, no. Like we've combined, we've had 50, or like, I don't know, 50, 60 million impressions last month with the youths community. Like, would you like to partner with us? Like, oh man, yeah, that's great. Like, those are really strong metrics. Like, yeah, really cool. So just we'll keep you updated. As things move along. It's in the very early stages. But yeah, I think it's going to be pretty cool, man. But let's get on over to Flurry. What's going on, Flurry?
What's up? So it's kind of related to what you just said, but for onboarding the Web2 brands, something that I saw today that really spiked my interest is that like the company Amazon or Microsoft, I saw was the post, has a almost double the market cap of crypto as a whole. Like that's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana, everything all together. So once these brands start coming to crypto, like Amazon is planning to come to crypto, and they have an equal market cap to crypto as a company. If we even get 10% of that market cap, or just get a fraction of that company to trickle down into Web3, we could see a massive, massive boom soon. And if youths have anything to do with that boom that's about to happen, that is going to be extremely bullish for the NFT community and for us just as a whole. I just thought that was a really cool thing.
I love it. Yeah. I mean, the whole idea, like coming over to Polygon, that's why Frank was just kind of like, at a loss with people being like, not thinking that the Polygon move was a slam dunk. I mean, you have like literally the most brandable profile picture, on the timeline going over to the blockchain that has the partnerships with all of these massive billion-dollar Web2 companies. And it's just like, man, like there's so much that can be done with that. But like, I think, just us as a community, like we got to get prepared for this kind of thing. And we're already like super active on the timeline, but I think with just like a little bit of organization, I think that it could go a lot further. And I think that that's like a big thing that I see with a lot of these communities, right? I think that, communities are just left to kind of, build themselves to some extent. And I think that if there's just like a little bit of focus, and some structure laid out for some of this community building, I think it'll make us a lot more desirable to brands. And it's like, it's easy with the y00ts community because of how strong we already are. But obviously like this could be something that could, it could really help out like other communities as well, and just kind of, create a decent game plan for them, moving forward. But I do want to check in with one person in the room. I brought him up. It's my lovely friend Juice. What's going on, Juice? How are you?
Hey, what's up, buddy? How are you?
I'm good, man. You cooking steak? What's going on?
Dude, I'm multitasking. I'm watching a little hockey over here. I'm overseeing the sports book on the back end to see where all the bets are coming in, and sweating a couple hockey games, which I just finished watching the last one, and I must say I swept the board again tonight. So it was a good night for Juice.
Juice, I fucking miss you, man.
How you doing, buddy? I saw you there, and I'm like, oh my god, I haven't talked to the chef in so long.
It's been too long, bro. You're killing it.
But I'm digging the conversation. Flurry, what's up, bro? I'm digging listening to all this IP talk about y00ts. You guys are giving me a lot of ideas to take to Frank when I see him in a couple weeks.
Love it. I love it. Well, Dup declined the co-hosting. I don't know what's going on. Poor Dup. Maybe we were too mean to him. But yeah, he might be back. But let's get on over to Intern. What's going on, Intern?
Holy shit. Dup rugged the space. Yeah, no, I think I was going to say something, and then Dup took over. But Juice, whenever you do see Frank in a couple of weeks, man, just fucking enjoy it. Have fun, brother. I'm not sure, how your guys' relationship is. But, like that's a once in a life opportunity, man. And, like that's just pretty cool. So have fun, bro.
Yeah, absolutely. Any of you guys going to be at NFT LA or NFT NYC?
Juice, are you going to ask Frank for the donut trait?
For the donut trait. We don't need a donut trait, do we?
I'm down. I'm into it.
Hold on, guys. I got a big hand here. Hold on a second. A donut trait. How would we work a donut trait in there? You talking about a donut trait on the y00ts? Definitely not on the D-Gods. We don't need no donuts.
Oh, Juice, you would have been proud of me, man. I won the Rebel Pilots poker tournament.
The Rebel Pilots poker tournament. I saw that going down. How many people were in the field?
There wasn't a ton. I think it was like, I want to say like 70.
That's pretty good. What was the buy-in?
Shoot, I forgot. It was an amount of scrap. I couldn't remember how much scrap. I think it was like 50
yeah, that's
scrap.
right. It was a scrap tournament. Well, good for you. You've been playing a lot, or was it just was it blind luck? You had a good night.
Yeah. I mean, I don't play a ton of poker, but if I see like tournaments going on, I'll get in and play around with it. So yeah, I definitely had some luck though, in the beginning. And so like I stacked up the chips pretty well and then just started bullying people out of the tournament.
You're going to be in New York, right?
Nah, man. No, that's too far for me. And then LA, I'm gonna try my best to get to LA, but we had like a big snowstorm in Portland, and so I ate up 2 of my PTO days, fucking not being able to go to work because they make me use the PTO if I miss work. So I missed fucking 2 days being stuck in the goddamn snow. So now, like, I was gonna use that for NFTLA. So now it's yeah, I'm trying to work something out so I can be there though.
Yeah, I mean that's the closest one to you, I would think, in a while. I think NFT Denver is going down here in the next couple days, right? I saw some guys were packing up, getting ready to head out there.
Yeah, Senpai hit me up and asked if I was going to Denver. I was like, nah, man, I can't. I got it. I'm got my fingers crossed. I can at least make a little bit of LA. So we'll see. Because it's my birthday too, right in NFT LA. So if I can make it, that'd be fucking fire. But we'll see what happens.
Well, good to see you in here, man. And guys, thanks for bringing me up. I'm enjoying listening to you guys right now. So keep up the good work, and you guys are representing the community really well. I mean, I don't see anyone working harder right now than the guys in the youth space. I mean, maybe the Galactic Echoes they're going pretty fucking hard too. But you guys are really making the community proud, and I can't wait. Can't wait for the move to Polygon. I can't wait to see some great things happen over there as well. So thanks again for bringing me up.
Love you, Juice, bro. And I started doing a weekly DGod space on Wednesday night, so you got to come out sometime.
Yeah, you're coming up big, dude. I love it. I saw you in your humble beginnings, and you're all over the map now. So keep up the hustle. Good work.
Love it. Great to have you, Juice. And yeah, definitely some cool stuff coming. I'm really excited for when we actually do make the Polygon move and to be able to have the Utes mingle with the Polygon projects a little bit more. They've got a lot of really great energy. I've been interacting with a lot of them. There's some really cool ones that have been around for a really, really long time. Some of the gaming projects, and yeah, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I think there's going to be a lot of really fresh energy, and I mean, it'll be nice to just be embraced by an ecosystem. I don't think that there's anybody that's really like salty on Polygon about us coming over. So that'll be kind of cool where they're just like, super stoked to have us. And yeah, it'll be really nice. But go ahead, Chef.
Yeah, I just wanted to let everybody know, get into the decode server and fill out the farmer's type form. I just filled it out myself. It's easy, takes like 5 minutes. And I know it's going to help out Smokey and Dup immensely on what they need to do to help everybody. So get up in there and fill out that form. Literally, like, it was the easiest. It took me fucking 5 minutes. So take 5 minutes out of your day and get that shit done, guys.
I'll actually post the decode server in. I'm gonna make a comment with it, and then I will post it up to the top so everybody can join. So let's see. Let me just do that right now. All right. So it should be up at the top. I put the decode server up there. If you guys want to join, there's a few different things that are going on in there. Jordan, who you guys know Jordan. He does videography. He just got back from Paris. He's probably sleeping right now. It was a crazy trip for him, but he did some videography for the Pudgy Penguins for Luca Nets. He was working over there for him for NFT Paris. So he has a channel, and he's going to teach people videography, and then Dup and I are going to teach people to grow their account. And then Axel is creating, what is it called? Degen. What's it, Axel? The Degen
it's in Degen Labs at the moment.
Degen Labs, nice. Yes, so they're going to be teaching some stuff about coding. So yeah, it's just like a traitless club. It's DGods and Utes, and it was funny because like Crypt he got me into it, and because I had actually started a club, but it was just a group chat, and he's like, oh, you should do it in here too. I was like, all right. And I didn't know that the farmers were only for Utes. Like I just assumed. I was like, oh, it's this is DGods and Utes. There is a Matrica verify for the decode server. So if you don't have a DGod or a Ute, you can't get in the server. So I just figured the farmers was for both DGods and Utes. He's like, nah, man, it's just for Utes. I thought that was kind of funny, but yeah, definitely down for the DGods to be able to learn how to grow their account. I think it's important for us to move as just a giant unit, of all these different holders. But let's get on over to Kelsey. What's going on, Kelsey?
Don't worry,
Yeah.
DGods. I'll give you all the inside info.
Gang. I just wanted to say, with respect to us moving to Poly, I haven't heard too much of it. I don't know if you're updated, but I just wanted to throw a props to Phantom. Their new beta version has been fucking fire. Being able to go and explore Polygon NFTs, be able to go to OpenSea and have just one wallet and not have to have all these other options, all these other secret phrases. I just think that's kind of cool. So the fact that upgrade happened kind of in line with what's going on in Frank's plan. Did he know? I don't know, but it's kind of cool. Have you experienced it yet, Smokey? Are you updated with all the new options and everything?
Yeah, I got the new Phantom wallet. It's pretty cool. Definitely really excited for that because I basically have a heart attack every single time I try to use a MetaMask wallet.
Right.
It's the most terrible piece of tech I've ever encountered. And I just have a really hard time with it. It takes, I think there was probably months where I couldn't open it on my iPhone. I was actually in the Avagachi server, which is it's an OG project on Polygon, and I was trying to buy an Avagachi. And I was on my phone, and the guys were like, "What are you doing on your phone? You can't be on your phone. You can't buy an Avagachi on your phone." I'm just so used to Phantom. I'm like, oh, I do everything on my phone. You know what I mean? They're like, oh no, you can't do that. And yeah, it's just man, there's a lot of stuff that we really take for granted being over on Sol. So I truly believe that Solana has the best user experience, and I just don't think that it's really even close. The stuff over on ETH with MetaMask, it's just it's horrible. It's horrendous. And I just have a really hard time with it. And if that's that's a pretty crazy hill to die on, if that's your hill to die on. But I've never heard anybody try to be oh yeah, it's great. MetaMask is amazing. I have so much fun with it. Yeah, so it'd be really nice once Polygon we're just able to access everything from our Phantom wallet and actually be able to see our NFTs, because that's a big thing too. I'll be trying to buy stuff, with my MetaMask, and then it won't show up on my wallet, and they're like, oh yeah, it doesn't show up because it's two ERC tokens that are stacked on top of each other, and MetaMask can't read them. I'm like, bro, what? Phantom's gonna figure this out. MetaMask just could care less. Whatever, dude. We don't care. Suffer. But yeah, I'm excited for Phantom and Magic Eden. I think a big thing with Solana is, obviously it's fast, and we really like that. It's fast and it's cheap, but it also had Phantom and Magic Eden. It had these really awesome user experiences for us, and now Polygon is going to have that injection and that infusion of Magic Eden and Phantom right away. And I think that's really cool. That's super awesome. It'll be nice for us, the Solana users, just be able to go over and it'll just be seamless. But yeah, I think I'm pretty excited. But go ahead, intern.
So I'm 35 minutes late. I just want to give a quick shout out to our boy y00ts. He made me a GIF finally that I've been dying for. So now, whenever I'm in a space, I can leave with some comedic relief because it's the intern's visor on a seal, and he's just doing the worm up the beach. So yeah, now I can leave or leave the Twitter space and be have some relief, some humor. I know I'm leaving, but oh well. But Juice, before you do step away, you were mentioning IPs. And I just want to know, like, do you have any insight on like the IP future of maybe the Utes or what we could possibly like plan for?
You asking me?
Yeah, if you've got any information.
I've heard a lot of rumblings because I talk to a lot of guys within the community. But I don't think anybody knows at this point if the IP is going to be attached to the entire collection or if we're going to be able to individually capture some of those opportunities ourselves. So no, I'm just as much in the dark as you guys are, but I'm looking forward to spending some time with the team over the next 2 NFT meetings. So, I'm sure we'll all be finding out soon enough.
Yeah, I mean, definitely, dude. Like, cause I'm running with it, dude. Like, I've already got POAPs set up. I've already got a gamification somewhat, established with them. So I'm literally just, going with the motto, like the model, fuck it, we ball,
I
and
really
that's what I'm
think
doing, dude.
I really think that there's going to be opportunity for individuals. I think there'll be opportunity for different DAOs depending on the trait that you guys are rocking, whether it's a McUte or a money band or what it may be. I really think that part of this experiment is going to be allowing individuals to profit on their own IP. At least I'm praying that happens because I think I think that'd be really dope for the community. So I'm hoping that's the direction that we go.
Yeah, no, definitely, dude. I think that's, what's probably gonna flip, us over base C. I mean, there's a whole lot of, things that are kind of lining up perfectly. And Smokey's the other side, right? Like Smokey's the accelerator. He's the fuel. Me, I'm somewhat of, I guess, the social experimenter for where we might see traits in the future. I mean, because from my angle, it makes sense if it could be on like a layer 2 to where it's not totally equipped, but like if we could invite people to be a part of the smaller part of the Utes that might be priced out, like that's still value, that's still heads, that's still people that count. And like all in all, dude, like that's where I think the traits and the somewhat of a customization for it would be cool. But like the longer side of these traits are other projects might want that trait to be like a feature, right? And so you can kind of work out deals on the back end, from DAO to DAO, and set up like a royalty structure, where every secondary cell that is sold with that trait equipped to that NFT, or every, cell that's on the secondary market of the NFT that has that trait, whether it's mutable or not, still gets a percentage of the royalties. Like that's already in set. Like there's already a practice and a tech. Like that's already utility. It's already been built. It's already established. It's already been proven. So like that's where the magic's going to happen, because you're looking at a whole new level of project to project transactions and overall total volume coming in, and like being shared, kind of dispersed. So yeah, like there's definitely like a larger scope that I do see. It's just like, how do I pace myself so everybody can visualize it? And for me, it's through the traits, and that's what we're doing. Like the POAPs, like I've made, I don't know, maybe 20 to 25 different variations of the visor, with different hairs, different color patterns. And like what I'm thinking for the POAPs is, for example, like have 10 to 15 POAPs set up, but through my edit in my video, I'll have the code somewhere in there. And then so for those 20 POAPs, like basically for the first round, I'm probably gonna just do like, you guys will basically get this trait that was made in this video. and you'll get to hold on to that POAP and mark that, okay, you held on to this trait. Then on the next one, after they're familiarized with the POAP system, I want to leave one that's just the exclusive one of one trait. The other 20 or the other 10 or the other 15 POAPs that would be hidden within the video are the votes. So the person that gets the one of one gets to decide, do you want to destroy or keep the visor? And then as the community, if the community wants to go ahead and say like, no, we like that visor, like bring it back, then we can bring in the 20 holders that actually hold the vote, whether we bring that hat back or that hat goes away. And, the community has to accept it. So like that's what I'm doing. And I think I can do that just through POAPs. Like there's no fucking money. There's nothing involved. It's an experiment. And, that's the other side of the intern. Like, I just want to have fun. I want to discover the technology. I want to push the boundary and, possibly cross the line. And here's the thing, interns don't get fucking paid, right? So it's all about the networking for me and just making connections. So yeah, the branding's there, the thought's there, the scope's there. It's just, how do I pace? And Smokey's the fucking accelerator, so I don't have to worry about that.
All right. Well, that is super awesome stuff, intern. Thank you for sharing. But look, you guys, I think that it has been a wonderful space. We've been doing this for almost 2 hours, but Chef does have one last thing to say. What's going on, Chef?
Yeah, right before we close it out, it was just something super funny that I saw. So I pinned it up top, but the Mutual Friends Project, they're making like these shorts before they come out with their first season of their show, which I think is going to be fucking hilarious. But they showed that while Kevin's out there feeding the pigs, Frank is milking the Solana cow. So he's out there doing it big for his milk company. So yeah, if you guys want a nice little giggle, check out that video. It's pretty good. So yeah, check out that video if you want. I got a kick out of it, so I thought I'd share it with you guys.
Nice. Awesome. Thanks for that, Chef. Well, look, you guys, it has been a wonderful space. We have had a great time tonight, as we always do every Monday. And, I think that next Monday it will be hosted by the main y00ts account. So just a reminder, we do host from the main y00ts account once a month. And Aaron, is running it when we do that. Usually they get pretty big, which is kind of cool. So yeah, that will be next week more than likely. And we host this every single Monday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we hope to see you guys next week. It has been fun. I hope you guys all have a wonderful night. Bye-bye.
Love you, Pasta. I didn't shout you out all night, but love you.
It's a weird outro without Chiller Whale here.
I know his phone was dying. He's I don't know, man.